My mother.
Hello?
Mom,
Yeah.
I'm building another saltwater pond in the backyard today.
Jack?
Yeah, and, and it's bigger than the last one.
You're killing me over here.
Yep, all right, so we're good. Thanks.
Jack?
Got it. Thank
Jack.
you.
Jack?
Yeah, we're
done.
totally not all right.
So
Two, one. We're live, baby! Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another video. Today is finally the day. The brand new saltwater pond has officially arrived. It is literally right there beside me. I cannot believe it. The day is here. It all felt like a dream before, but guess what? Dreams just became a reality. As you guys all know, I set up a saltwater pond about a couple months ago and it was a complete disaster. The thing is just completely covered in algae, but you guys absolutely loved it. We built the whole entire thing in one video and you guys loved it. And I thought to myself, you guys love the build. I gotta do this again, and I gotta do it bigger and better than ever. So let me throw you guys back to yesterday when this pond arrived. Ladies and gents, this is not a joke. I repeat, this is not a joke. This caught me literally totally off guard, but the pond is literally here right now. I just checked my voicemail and they say, hey, this is so-and-so with so-and-so, and we're delivering your pond in 25 minutes. Blown away. It's here. I literally have nobody to help me get this thing off of the trailer. Now, it's my responsibility to get this thing from the trailer to the spot. Now, that's the big problem. I had no time to prepare. I wanted to call Fish Guy Kyle, get him here. We need as much manpower as we possibly can to move this thing, but it's up to me, ladies and gents. You see these guns? Do you see those things right there? I'm gonna put this thing on my back and carry it here. Somehow, some way, we got it right there. The problem is, it's in the middle of the entire driveway. Nobody can park at all, so I gotta figure out how to get it over there. But I'll do that off camera. The only thing is that we're happy about right now is that the pond is here. Imagine our sharks swimming around here, groupers, stingrays, all that stuff. This thing is deep. Like, I can't even touch the bottom down inside there. It's taller. It's insulated to keep the water warm in the wintertime, and also when it's super hot here in Florida, this thing will help keep it cool when it's super hot out. I gotta figure out how the heck to get this thing over there. It's gonna be bad. How you doing? Not gonna be good. So somehow, some way, we got the saltwater pond inside of the backyard, and here it is. Take a look. This thing is 8 feet around, 3 feet tall, and completely insulated. Now let me tell you guys what, when this thing arrived, I don't know how me and this gentleman got this thing off the truck. This thing weighs 400 pounds. Luckily, that guy was built like a horse because that thing was literally so hard to get off. And somehow, we got it right here. Let's come take a look. Look at this. So we got that nice pastel blue, I think that's the color of it, pastel blue finish inside here, and we're gonna load this thing with sharks, stingrays, groupers. When I tell you that I feel like my channel has just begun, I mean that. Like, this is the one thing I feel like that I needed to really propel my channel to that next level, and I feel like literally my channel is just beginning. Let's go on the outside, take a look here. On the outside of this bad boy, as you guys can see, it's a fiberglass finish, but this thing actually is insulated. It's got a 2-inch thick insulation, so when we do have super hot days, the insulation will keep that water temperature cool. And when we do have winter times, when the air temperature drops below 40 degrees, this insulation will help keep the pond water warm. Now, if we take a look over here, this is the very first saltwater pond that I set up, and if you look, the thing is covered in algae. It's literally disgusting. The water itself, though, is still crystal clear, but there's just a ton of algae. So today's goal, we're jumping into it right now. Today, we're gonna drain this whole entire pond. We're gonna take all the sand out, all the rock out, and rinse out the filter, and then we're gonna run to the store. So tomorrow, we can get building on the big one. We're gonna put 2 days, maybe 3 days, all inside of one video. So sit back, relax, and enjoy, ladies and gentlemen, because this video is gonna be a heck of a good one. The construction starts now, ladies and gents. We're gonna start draining this pond. I got the pump literally just hooked up, the normal pump that we have. Got it hooked up to a long siphon tube, and we're just gonna kick this thing out into the damn bushes. So See how this goes. Subscribe. Now the pond is as drained as I can get it right now as far as with the pump. Now I gotta get in there and start shoveling all of this out. It's gonna be really difficult, but you know what? We're here for it. This is where Dirty Jobs comes to get you right here. Take a look at this water, you guys. This water is actually disgusting, okay? This water is disgusting, and we gotta get all this sand out somehow, some way, get all the water out, move this, then roll that in. We still gotta go to Home Depot. We got a lot to get done, but let's fill some buckets here. Ugh. My God. We're gonna be here for a while if that's all we're getting. I'm pretty sure I put literally like 10 bags of, or maybe more, like 12 bags.
Like 15 bags of sand.
15 bags of 50-pound sand, so that's 600 pounds of sand that I'll be here getting out. Don't worry, guys. I got this. I'm really regretting how much sand I put in this pond. Man, oh man, we got this thing pretty much completely empty. Let me tell you what, that was a lot of work, but take a look. This puppy's pretty much bone dry. Now we gotta figure out how we're gonna pick this thing up by ourselves, wheel it, and lean it up against that tree over there. That way we can take our brand new pond and put it over there once we get this thing leveled the way we need it. Honestly, not even too sure if I'm gonna need to even level it, because we leveled it last time, so we'll see. We will see. Let's see if we can move this thing. This is the last thing I ever do. At least it was for you guys, because this thing is gonna be freaking heavy. This is my happy dance. Woo! Saltwater pond's here, baby. Let's do it. Here we go. I almost just died. Finally, I got the pond to right there. Don't ask me how I did it, because I really have no idea, but we're back to square one. We got a blank canvas right here. Now, the next thing we need to figure out is how we're gonna level this ground. So the yard runs a little bit right to left downhill. That's why last time we built the saltwater pond, you guys saw me put these sandbags here to give it a good about 4 or 5 inches lifted up. That way we had a leveled out pond. But I think I'm gonna leave these here, but some of this ground is just a little soft. So I think we're gonna take a lot of the dirt from over there, reuse it, and put it here and make this really compact. That way it's really structurally strong on the bottom with a good thick layer of sand. Because this pond right here is about 300 gallons bigger than this one right here. So once we get that done, we'll go ahead, move that pond to here. We got a lot to do, guys. Sit back and enjoy. For the most part, I think we got a pretty dang good foundation here of sand, some pretty compact sand. Now, really the only way we're gonna be able to find out is once we move the pond onto here and then put the leveler to see, you know, how we got it. And hopefully it's gonna be level, because that thing right there is about 500 pounds and it's a one and done deal here. Ugh. All right. We're almost done for the day, ladies and gents, but we still gotta run Home Depot, get some stuff that we gotta get. I'm gonna write a list before we get there, go over that all with you. I want you guys to feel like, you know, you're here with me building this thing. You guys aren't gonna miss a beat, and I just cannot wait to see that thing set up. Let's head down to Home Depot. Alrighty, we've made it to Home Depot, where doers get more done, or like where FishGuyJack builds his saltwater pond. Right here I have a list. Oh my God, I've been speaking into the phone the whole entire time. Look at that, wow. There you go. We need sand, PVC pipes, PVC glue, zip ties, and we need to check out the bamboo. We gotta get going because it's getting dark. For the most part, we got what we need. The only problem is they don't have the sand here, so that means we're gonna have to hit another Home Depot or another Lowe's, but this is what I did want to check out. This bamboo right here. Oh, okay, that's one. I was thinking maybe so we don't see really any of the sandbags on the bottom, we can line the bottom of the pond with a bunch of these around the whole entire bottom. They either have this or they have something like this, which is a little bit bulkier and bigger. That'll be a little bit of the finishing touches once once the pond is pretty much set up. Vote down below. Should we get the bamboo like this right here, or we go for that bigger stuff that's a little bit of a deeper brown? Let me know down below. Made it back from Home Depot, and we got a bunch of PVC pipes. We got a couple, you know, little connections, adapters, whatever the heck you want to call them. And then we have some PVC glue and some zip ties. We got all this PVC here because we are gonna hard pipe the outtake up over the pond. That way we don't have to use the soft pipe, so we don't have to drill anything into that beautiful work of art right there leaning up against the tree. Now I got these thinner ones here because I'm actually going to build the rock structure a little bit. That's gonna be like the structure of the rock structure, if that makes sense. I'd say for the most part, we did pretty dang good here. This stuff is like almost like cement. That's how hard I packed this, so we should totally be okay. I think that's gonna do it for day 1 of this build. I'll pick this camera back up for day 2, and hopefully in day 2 we'll get this thing up and running. We are out here, day number 2 of the pond build. Today we're gonna get the pond where it needs to be. We're gonna be putting water in it, and we're gonna be putting salt in it. Salt water, that is, actually. But first, we need to call my mother to make sure that it's okay that we do this, all right? Let's call her. I don't know if she's gonna be too thrilled about this. My mother.
Hello?
Mom,
Yeah.
I'm building another saltwater pond in the backyard today.
Jack?
Yeah, and, you know, and it's bigger than the last one.
Killing me over here.
Yep, all right, so we're good. Thanks.
Jack?
Got it. Thank you.
Jack?
Yeah, we're totally not all right. Holy cow, ladies and gentlemen, are we loaded down in the bed? Take a look at all the sand and salt we have. We have enough salt for 760 gallons, and we have enough sand to cover the bottom of the pond. We still need to get about another 150 gallons worth of salt, and then we're totally good. But Big Brown, the brown turd, she's squatting. Look at that. She is squatting. I don't know how much this old girl can take, but you know what? We got about, 1,000 pounds in the bed here, Kyle. We just got back to the house, and we've got a truck bed literally full of sand and salt. I did end up finding another 100 gallons, so we're totally good to go. But before we do anything like laying out the pond, we need to make sure that it's level. I think I just need one more of these bags, these ones right here, to level that out, and I think we're good. So let's go take a look. She looks nice and pretty, nice and leveled, and now it's time to get this thing over there. Yesterday, I did go ahead and rinse this thing out, got all that little bit of dusty dust off the sides of the walls. That way it wasn't gonna cloud up the water. Kyle and I are going to attempt to move that giant pond over there. Fingers crossed this goes well, and it doesn't come crashing down and split in half, and then there goes thousands of dollars right in front of my eyes, which would be pretty terrible. So let's see if we can do this. I don't know how we just did that. Luckily, Kyle's built like a bull. Oh, real in the corner! Bang! The moment of truth, ladies and gentlemen. How did FishGuyJack do in the leveling? Let's take a look. Boom. Boom. Bang. Boom. Bang! Yeah, that's right. You call 1-800-FishGuyJack for all your leveling needs, okay? That's what I'm talking about. We've got all of the sand laid out right here. I think we've got 10 bags right here. We have another 2 in the car. When I was breaking down that thing, the number one thing that I regretted was putting so much sand in it. So I just want to have a nice, maybe 1-inch thick layer of sand. We're going to start doing that right now. The very first bag of sand in the brand new pond, baby. Let's get this thing open and get it inside. You ready for this? First bag, here we go. Let it rip. Bang! Dude, see, that does like a good amount, bro.
Yeah.
That really does a good amount. And just like that, we got all of the sand spread out inside of the pond. We went with like I would say probably more like 1.5 inches of sand on the bottom of the whole entire pond. Nice even layer, looks really good. We're gonna go ahead, add some rock in here now. And the rock that we're gonna add right now is not gonna be the permanent rock structure. It's just gonna be, get some rock inside here, get it just kind of cycling. Then we're gonna add the salt water, get this thing running, get it crystal clear. And of course, as time goes on, we're gonna add to the pond, we're gonna make it better and better. So subscribe to the channel. I'm telling you guys, we're gonna have so many amazing videos, crazy fish, sharks, stingrays, and a whole bunch more going inside of this pond right here. Now you might be asking yourself, Jack, why do you have a saw in your hand with a bunch of pipes and an egg crate? It's a great question, you guys. I don't really know. I'm gonna try and make something work out of this. Booyah! Take a look at that thing. What I just created, or at least tried to create, was a shelf for the rock. So what I'm thinking is put this on the bottom, lay all the rock on the top here, and then get some other ones and kind of build it up and lean it up against here. That way we can hide this whole entire thing, but at least we have somewhat of a foundation for our rock right there. I think it turned out pretty good. Leaving the zip ties a little long. I don't want to cut them and make them short, because then they'll be really sharp and maybe the fish will scratch themselves. So let's go put this thing in the middle of the pond and we'll see how it looks. Just like that. So this right here is going to be our foundation for the rock structure. We have it right here in the middle of the pond. What we'll do is we'll build up rock all on the top of this, which I have some rock now, but I don't have a ton of rock because live rock is extremely expensive. But this will be the rock structure. All the fish will be able to swim all around it. And then I'll leave this open right here and they'll be able to swim under it like that. So I think it's a pretty dang good idea. We just got to find a lot of rock, and I got a little bit of rock right over here that we'll put on top just so you guys can get an idea. I've got a couple more rocks inside underneath some tanks. I'm gonna pull as much rock together, get it inside here, then we're adding water, then we're getting this filter running, and this thing's gonna get clearing, baby. You guys might not see this video for like a week or two because I want to make sure the pond is like pretty dang clear once I show you guys, but it's only getting better, you guys. Leave a like on this video if you're enjoying. So here's our first rock. We're gonna lay it right here on the top of the foundation, basically the top of the foundation. We're gonna lay all these rocks here, get a good little, I don't know, layout, I guess you can call it, and then we'll come in, you know, we'll put more rock. We're basically just gonna try and fill the top of this with rock, and it's like a puzzle. Just put whatever you find everywhere, and then once, you know, we get enough rock, we can come start stacking like this, maybe like this, making some come out a little bit, but for the most part right now, this is about all the rock I have for the time being, but I'm going to be getting a heck of a lot more. I want this whole thing like up a little bit and down and fluttered out just a little bit, but enough to have enough room for the sharks and stingrays to be able to swim around. Then we got to build up a little bit, but you guys get the gist of it, what I'm talking about, and it's gonna come all together here soon. All right, here we are, day number 3 of the brand new saltwater pond build, and today's goal is going to be get the rock structure pretty much finished, fill this puppy up with the salt water, and get that filter running. That way, in a couple of days when we check back, this water will be clear. So let's finish this rock structure. So like I mentioned previously, this is gonna be somewhat of our rock structure, and we're basically just gonna build off of it. So just gonna lay rock. I mean, I'm gonna probably need a good amount of rock, but we're just gonna fill this thing until it gets full. I found some rock laying around, so you know what that means. You add it to the saltwater pond right here. We're really only gonna have enough for about the top of this structure here, and then you know, I'll have to make a pit stop at the store, but for the most part, we got most of this pretty much covered. So here we have the rock structure from the top, what I've been working on. So obviously we do need to fill in these little areas over here, and then I want to get rock to put leaning up against here and then kind of bring it out just a little bit. But I want to have the fish be able to go right underneath the rock structure, so we'll have to build off this a little bit. But really, I basically want to hide this thing from a viewing standpoint looking at the pond this way. So I'm certainly gonna need a lot more rock, but I say we have a pretty darn good start right here. It's time to fill this bad boy, the moment I've been waiting for.
Oh, there's the blue boy. Say hi to the people. Say hi to the people. This is blue boy here. Yes, he's such a good boy. Where's your ball? Where's your ball? Go find it. Find your ball.
Where is he? Find it. He'll hunt that ball down. Find it. Oh, good boy! Yeah! That's Blue Boy. He's my guard dog. He sits here 24/7, 7 days a week. I hired him, and he sits here and he watches my pond, so nobody messes with it. Nobody's trying to get inside here.
Ready, big boy. Give me that ball. Ready?
All right, let's fill over here. Inside here, I showed you guys before, we have all the salt. Now, this is a 55-gallon tote here, and each of these bags does 50 gallons. So we basically are gonna go 50 gallons at a time. I talked to my local fish store. like really just told me our water here in the city is pretty dang good and you don't need to worry about anything. Obviously, dechlorinate the water, mix your salt, and you totally be good. Before I even add fish in, I'm gonna get the water tested, make sure all my parameters are good, but this is gonna be a long time filling this bad boy. All right, we got this big boy all rinsed out. We're gonna fill this thing up until it literally becomes a Boeing 757. What I mean by that is this thing's just gonna start going like this, and that's how we're gonna know we have enough water. Then we'll dechlorinate it and we'll mix all the salt, and we're making salt water today, baby. We'll put the pump in and pump it right into the pond. This is probably going to take hours. It's 1:30 right now. I think we'll have this pond filled by, my estimate's about 6 o'clock. This thing might not be as good as I thought it is. We have a major Boeing 737, 757, whichever one's the airplane. We're losing a little bit of water. We're gonna go ahead, dechlorinate, and mix our first bag of salt. 1 whole cap, bada bing, in the water. Now we gotta mix salt, pump it in the pond, baby. Let's do it. First bag of sand, this is 50 gallons worth, so we're gonna add the whole thing, mix it all up. We're probably gonna lose quite a bit of water, but next time I'm gonna push it way up close to the pond, that way it can't bow as bad. All right, first plan of attack with that bin is an absolute failure. Luckily, got the smartest woman in the world, Tori, behind the camera. She said, why don't we just rinse this out, put it here, mix all the salt inside there, and then pump it into there. That's called working smarter, not harder. So that's what we're doing now. Rinse this thing out, get it clean, then mix all the salt in there and pump it in. I like it. We got a bunch of water inside of this big, huge pool here. This is like, was way smarter to do. So how many gallons does it say, Tori?
160 gallons.
160 gallons of salt here. So right now I say we have about 400 gallons. So we're gonna add this whole thing. We're gonna have like 3 or 4 bags inside here. We're gonna pump it all inside of the big old girl back there. Almost forgot to dechlorinate, ladies and gentlemen. We've been dechlorinated. Let's go. We're making salt water, people. Let's go. That's a lot of salt there. That's how you make salt water, all right? Now I'm gonna get in here, I'm gonna mix this whole entire thing up, get all this going. I think there's salt there. Dying. Actually, I gotta put more salt, More salt. All right, so now we're at like 200. More salt. And more salt. More salt. Last one, baby. Let that get in there. Okay, now you can see we have literally what looks like a thing of milk. I feel like a witch mixing a potion. Stirring up this water, baby, making a whirlpool. We're making salt. This is how you make a large quantity of salt, okay? A large quantity. So I got the pump hooked up here. We got it going straight into the pond, and we're about to plug it in and fill this thing up. We're filling the pond up, baby. We got the salt water. Let's let this thing fill. It's gonna take a while. All right, it's officially 5:11 at night, and we finally got the whole entire pond filled. As you guys can see, it's definitely cloudy. Take a look inside here. It is certainly cloudy, and it has like a bit of like a greenish tint, but I think once we run the filter, it'll really clear up so this water be crystal clear, and then we'll really get that true color of the pond. If for some reason it doesn't get rid of the green, that's because I used our water here, and I'll call up the salt truck and get that thing here, and we'll have perfect clear water. But for now, our pond is full of water. Take a look at this bad boy. She is filled, and it feels good. So right now we are actually building our filter, essentially. We're plumbing it, and I've got a little bit of it plumbed already. Got the outtake running here. We're almost done. We're just gonna glue, we gotta PVC cement this one in, just like that. A little bit of it down, and then to a 90. That way we have all the water constantly flowing in a circular formation. I do wanna add flow jets in here as well. And then I also did go ahead and I've hard piped this, and I want to let them cure for quite a bit of time. Like, oh, this has been curing for like 8 hours. And I'm starting to think that I don't really need to hard pipe the pump. I don't really need to hard pipe the pump. I can use the soft pipe and just go straight in like that. So we'll see, ladies and gents. We're getting this puppy plumbed. All right, now to plumb this, I'm just using some PVC cement. We're gonna go in here and we're gonna put a layer right on the rim of that right there. So be careful not to get it in the pond or on it. Just like that, do a layer like that. Then we come down here and put a layer on this thing. Just like that. That PVC will cement, that PVC will harden and it will become cement. So we're gonna take this, slide it right in there. Just like that. Hold that there for a second, and that will harden in the next 30 seconds. And then we'll let it really cure for a couple hours before we crank up this filter. So I'm gonna keep doing that, keep rocking and rolling. I'm trying to get this thing running before it's dark. We've got this bad boy filled. We've got her plumbed. We've got the sand in. We've got the water in. We've got the rock in. We still need a little bit more rock. As you guys can see, I'm quite filthy. Okay, I put my blood, sweat, and tears into this pond, and we're about to crank her up right now. Let's do it. I know this is a little bit disorganized out here. I'm gonna get a big bin to put all this stuff in, drill holes in it, so that way it's all neat. The moment you and I have all been waiting for, the brand new saltwater pond is here. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. We're live, baby! The pond is running. We officially have current. I do think I need to make this a bit longer. So I might cut this, put a coupling, make it a little bit longer. I want to get a flow jet in here to push water along the bottom. But I'm going to pick up the camera tomorrow or maybe in 2 days when this pond is crystal clear for the grand reveal. I'll see you guys then. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, it is here. The saltwater pond grand reveal right here, right now. It is officially complete. I put my blood, sweat, and tears into this pond right here, so it would mean the absolute world to me if you guys would please hit the like button on this video. Let's try and blow the like button out of the water. Let's get 10,000, 15,000 likes on this video. It'll really help me out, and I will really appreciate it. But here it is. The sun's not totally out yet, but it's supposed to get cloudy later, so this is the best we're gonna see it. You guys are gonna see pretty much it almost in every single video, but this is it. We still got to add more rock. We got the filter completely running now. Hard pipe the outtake. I do need to put the shade on. The shade's coming in the mail like today or tomorrow, which is great. This is it, you guys. The sharks, the stingrays, the groupers, the angelfish, the schooling fish, it's all coming. The eels, it's going to be absolutely amazing. I cannot wait to share it with you guys. But here she is. We got insulation, light blue. This thing is bad to the bone. You cannot get literally anything better than this. This is like top dollar. I spent a lot of money on this thing, so I just cannot wait to put fish in it. It's going to be absolutely amazing. If you haven't done so already, go check out FishGuyJack. These hats just dropped on the site, and they're going extremely quick. We have limited supply. You all can use my code FishGuyJack to save you 10%. But guys, I just cannot wait to film more with this. Add fish, go out there, catch fish, net fish, trap fish, add them to this pond. It's going to be ridiculous. I love you all so much. You all mean the absolute world to me. I will catch you all in that next video. Peace out.